Hey everyone, it's Hano the Awkward Navigator, back again for another episode where I'll be running through some of the more beginner stuff, that being the flight training package in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So under the general aviation training, I'll be going on to part 2, which is attitudes and instruments. So fundamentals of flight management. In the previous episode, went over basic controls and cameras, but we're getting started into a little bit more in depth. So let's get into it. So again, we're flying the Textron Aviation Cessna 152 over Sedona, Arizona, and touching on attitude and power equals performance. Be exploring the fundamentals of flying, learn the main attitudes of flight, change in pitch attitude to control speed, adjust power, control the rate of climb, descent, and read indicators of aircraft performance on the instrument panel. Again, about 7 minutes, so we'll get straight into it. Alright, so here we are, got the aeroplane prepared, ready in the sky, so let's go do it.
Today we're talking about attitudes of flight, how your plane is oriented relative to the horizon. If you look outside, you can see the cockpit is just about 4 inches below the horizon line. We're flying straight with a decent rate of speed. This is the cruise attitude. Let's see how it reads on your instruments.
So it says focus on the instruments by pressing Control 1. So Control 1.
Take a look at the attitude indicator.
Attitude, so
As
that.
the name implies,
Yep.
it shows your current attitude. The white line is the horizon, with the sky above and the ground below.
Okay, yep.
That orange element in the middle, aligned with the horizon, that's your plane.
Okay.
Just like we saw outside, our current attitude reads pretty much straight and level. Okay, now let's see how much power the engine's generating. Check your tachometer.
Taco.
Looks like we're pushing around 2,300 revolutions per minute.
Taco's over
Combined,
there.
attitude and engine RPMs translate to aircraft performance.
Righto.
Which leads us to your airspeed indicator.
Righto. Yeah, speed indicator.
Now, last but not least, check your altimeter.
Altimeter
To
is
figure
that
out
one.
your altitude, you always want to read the small needle first. That's how many thousands of feet up you are. Then on to the big needle for the hundreds.
So 600
With our current attitude and
or
power output,
6,000.
we're holding a speed
900.
of 90 knots and a stable altitude of 6,000 feet. But
Okay.
that's about to change. Take the stick when you're ready.
Reset. Alright. Got the stick. Okay, to the right a bit. Then we'll go to the left a bit. Too high. Oh. Normal view to number 2, control 2. No.
Pull back slightly on
Alright.
the yoke to raise the nose just above the horizon line. About 2 inches.
Like that.
Make sure you don't pitch up too much, or the angle will be too steep to create lift. And without enough lift, we'll stall. Alright, go full throttle and start climbing. Welcome to the climb attitude.
Climb
See how it shows up on your
attitude.
attitude indicator and tachometer?
Yep.
A making a climb.
Righto.
Okay, before we go on, let's get back to a cruise attitude. Ease up on the yoke and aim your nose just below the horizon. Then throttle back down to 2300 RPMs.
2300. 21, 22. There we go. Just below.
Nice job.
There we
We're
go.
now set up with the same attitude and power we had at the top of our lesson.
Roger.
Start by reducing your RPMs to 1800.
1800. Throttle
Then
down.
drop the plane's nose a bit further below the horizon. Then drop the plane's nose a bit further below the horizon. As expected, with a nose-down attitude,
Alright.
our altitude is decreasing, while our speed is picking up.
Roger.
Why don't you get us back to a cruise attitude, and we'll hit the last part of our lesson.
Alright. Throttling up. 2300. And then pitching up.
There we go. Now that we know how to cruise, climb, and descend, let's talk about the turn attitude. Gently pull the yoke left or right to start rolling the plane.
Alright, going left. Left.
If you take a look outside, you can see how our attitude's changed, but you can also check your instruments for the details.
Oh yeah, see the ground.
As a general rule, you
See
always
the
want to
sky.
keep your turns under 30 degrees. At the top of your attitude indicator, there's a series of notches representing 10 degrees each. Use them to control your roll.
10. 30?
Notice the more you turn, the more you need to pull back on the yoke to
Oh.
maintain altitude.
Alright.
When you're rolling out, you'll need to do the opposite. Roll and push at the same time. The more you know about the main attitudes of flight, the closer you get to that pilot state of mind. So keep practicing, and whenever you're done, pass me the controls.
So try right. So bank right. 20 degrees. A little bit more. Hold it there. Turning right. 20 degrees. And then level out. And back there again. Nose down. Throttle up. Climb. Power up. Pitching to 10 degrees. Let airspeed drop to 50 knots. Uh, 55 knots. And 50 knots. Flat level out. Throw back to 2300. And throttle off and descend again. So throttle down. Pitch down. To 1800. So descending at 10 degrees. I'm going to roll at 20 to the left. Still pushing at 10, rolling at 20. And then level out, but still at 20 degrees roll. And then level out, straight. Let's roll back out. Throttle up to 2300 again. There we go. So I'm pretty happy with that. So hand it over to the instructor.
Thanks. I've got control now. Well done.
So there we go. Just went through the second part of the training package. So I understand the cruise attitude, the climb attitude, descent attitude, and understanding turn attitude. So point that I picked up was banking more than 30 degrees. Yeah, can, I guess, cause a bit of stress on the aircraft, and obviously pulling back too hard and your climb attitude lose too much airspeed, which can lead to stalling, and obviously pitching down too much can bring the aircraft into overspeed, which again stresses the aircraft. So yeah, it was alright. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this one. So that was just under 9 minutes for the second one. So nice and quick again. So pretty much wraps it up for this episode. So if you like the Awkward Navigator and the content I'm delivering, if you haven't already, be sure to click subscribe, share the links, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below if you have anything to provide. So until next time, see you around. Thanks for watching and keep heading for that horizon. Alright, see ya.